All right, hello and welcome on back. So we're gonna keep going with the job history, the work history. So I was IT analyst just for a couple of months, and then I went to um, let's see, temp jobs. I believe I did a couple. I don't remember how long, maybe 1 month. Then I was actually pretty fortunate that I had a buddy that helped me get a job at a production plant building wind turbine blades. Um, let's see, operator level one. Wind turbine blade production. So that's like building massive structures. Wind turbine. And it's just the blades too. The boxes, the controlled houses were made in Thornton blades. Wind turbine blade production. There you go. And then a promotion. Wait, I did that 8 months. And then promotion operator level 2. Turbine blade production. Ah, and it brought over my typo. Okay, 1 year. So yeah, because it wasn't quite 2 years total, but yeah, it was like about a year of doing the operator level 2. I think anyway, it could have been the other way around. I mean, it could have been a year first of one, but doesn't matter. Not a big deal. Fact is I had it's about considered like close to a year of experience either way. I mean, they kind of round up or round down, but um, that was operator 2, specifically first line maintenance, and let's actually put that in there. So mechanical work on machines for, let's see, first line. Oh, actually no, let's do line maintenance. Okay, and now noodles. Oh wait, no. Temp warehouse job. That's right. 3 months. I didn't stick along. Actually, I don't even know if it was like 2 months. I think it might have been like 6 weeks. That was a yeah. Let's just do like 2 months. And at this time, I actually took a break. Let's go back to education. It's because college went back for certificate in cybersecurity. 6 months. So I took a break from work. I tried to. That's a quote unquote. That's me doing my hands up with the air quotes. A quote unquote break from work, even though I worked at the warehouse for part of that. But then the COVID benefits kicked in. So then I was able to stay unemployed and just focus on school. And it was a part-time boot camp. It was um, 6 month boot camp. We'll put that because it was meant. And I was actually taught by a 20-year veteran of military intelligence boot camp. that was irrelevant. I mean, it could have been any professor. The idea of a boot camp in the educational sense is where you're it's like a crash course in everything you need to be a successful beginner to get an entry level job in this industry. And being a system admin, a junior system admin, mind you, I do dabble in a bit of the security. Not all. I mean, it's still controlled by smarter minds than I. But at least with this training, it like catapulted me because I mean, when I was at the aerospace company, I was gonna do IT security if I stuck around, but the pay wasn't to my standards. At that time, I left that job. But anyways, I wanted to put that in there. I did get a certificate. I was the third highest um, homework wise. I actually had a horrible migraine during the presentation, and I still have yet to watch all of it. I watched some of it about like our projects presentation, and yeah, I bailed. And like we were just watching what people did, like the videos. I don't think we were actually talking or like responding or anything, but it could have been. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I do that. I'm weird with some things sometimes. But anyways, so that is important because that's why I do all these videos for. In fact, we'll get on to my work history. Um, so that, and then temp warehouse job, uh, and then food slash restaurant cook. 3 months. So I worked a summer basically at a restaurant, and it was great. It was awesome. And then junior system administrator. Administrator. Um, uh, it's been a year and 10 months. Yeah, year and 10 months. It's been amazing. I'm looking to many, many more. I mean, whew. All right, 1 year, 10 months. And then, uh, side projects. I've been doing that since 2020. So 4 years. September will be 4 years. So actually, that's about 3 years, 10 months, or 3 years, 9 months, because September, like, yeah, the work was in August. And, yeah. So side projects, 3 years, because this is post grad. Like, I got my undergrad or my degree. Uh, how do I put this? So I was trying to do positive social engineering and philanthropic projects before I did the cybersecurity class. I mean, just because I was trying to give back to the community with like teaching, education, but I didn't really get into the YouTube stuff until I think 2021 or 2022. I think I graduated from the boot camp. Anyways, it's hard to remember, but the side projects, 3 years, 10 months, we'll just say. Because those few years after I graduated, I really struggled to just like keep food on the table, and for my growing family too. All right, and that's why I do the cybersecurity. Let's do a dash. Um, well, OSCS, Open Source Computer Science. It was up there. Are you kidding me? Science. There we go. Computer science. That was a project where I was trying to get into education and teaching. And that was actually a little bit, I think, either before or during um, the boot camp, I want to say. Either way, it doesn't matter. Even if it was just shortly after the boot camp. I mean, because that was when I really wanted to get into like teaching. Uh, Actually, no. Open source computer science has existed since I want to say like 2016, 2017. So, anyways, whatever. It doesn't matter. I've been doing it for a few years, and there's still a lot I have to learn about stuff. And like, one thing I wanted to try to like ship computers to well, get computers to poor, low-income neighborhoods like here in America, but then also transfer a bunch of slightly older, gently used tech to other countries to get them on board. And then I was reading this article by some school or university that was examining the dangers of philanthropy of that nature, like giving computers to people that don't have the infrastructure, like the electricity grid, like, the kind of and then having enough for everybody. Like it's like the age-old adage, if you have gum or food in class, like did you bring enough for everybody? Well, no. I mean, who would ever bring enough for everybody? So it's rude to be enjoying a snack when nobody else can. Now, once you get to college, not as big of a deal. You can eat in class, most classes. I mean, as long as you're not disruptive. And that's the kind of thing is like people have rappers and they'll be all annoying and they'll pretend not to notice. Anyways, we're getting off topic. So the whole point of why I make this YouTube channel, one, gaming. It's fun. In fact, let's get into some Dark Souls here soon. And that's actually good. This is my side projects. Oh wait, yeah, computer science, um, positive social engineering. Oh man, it was there. It disappears. Positive social engineering slash coaching. And that's really like what influencers do anyway. It's just, this is more of a little packing a punch of also having the long-term goal in mind of not packing punches. I'm just kidding. So, really need to find a better phrase or euphemism, but coaching, that's it. I mean, helping to guide future generations to better standards of living for everyone else and yourself, and not just for the others around you. Everyone. I mean, making it to where it's easy to be kind to people you never met. You probably never will meet a lot of people. But like, anyways, work history. Boom. So we got my education history, my work history. Um, like I was saying, we can kind of go down this way. Like, learn computer science. Start with that because I want to be a teacher, but also a computer scientist. I mean, I feel like I've earned that. I have a degree. I've worked in industry for 3, 4 years for tech. So, and it was troubleshooting. It was IT troubleshooting at the aerospace. It was IT troubleshooting at the software company because that's why I was kind of mad when I got to that job. I'm not mad. I was making good money. They paid me really well, 50K right out of college. My take home was like 3,200. Yeah, because I get 1,600 every other week, and boom. But my rent was I want to say at least 15, if not 16, or no, 18. It was 1,800. But I had a house, so I mean it was good. But I mean I also had a family, and I was helping my co-parent through school. She wasn't working, or ended up for a bit. Yeah, a bit. So I mean, and I don't want to make it sound like I wanted her to take the time to do school because she was basically well, anyways, we won't go down that whole road, but no shame in doing one way or the other, learning or working. I just happened to do a lot of work, and I worked pretty much the whole time I was learning, except for like, yeah, younger than 12, 13. Anyways, learn computer science. Let's get another book. And we still have like the government. And I wanted to say on an aside, like, You know, we talk about the two taboos. Like, I'm literally talking about the two most uncomfortable and prickly discussions. And I got a response from that lady. And that's why one of my videos got removed. It was banned, and I got a warning because I was talking about it. And sorry, I'm not trying to sound salty. Like, it just, that reminds me that I need to be more careful with what I say. And we should all be more careful with what we say. But at the same time, censorship, because so I did the training. Actually, let's back up a little bit. So YouTube gives you an opportunity to do a little short training. It's 7 questions, scenario questions that are very similar to the questions on the certifications for cybersecurity. They give you like a scenario, and then they say, okay, what did they violate? Or I guess ACT too. What am I talking about? Elementary school English, like reading comprehension. You read a story and then you summarize it. But anyways, it's okay to have a little bit of misinformation if there is like if it's proven wrong like within the thing or contradicted or like okay, I guess I was wrong or and see this wasn't included in it. And I feel like there was even a question that said like is just a flat out no if it's wrong. So it's almost like you got to fact check everything you say and do on a video stream, which is cool. I mean, that's why they did the automated check and they saw that I said some buzzwords that we've said a lot of buzzwords, but so far none of it's been deemed as misinformation, which is great because that makes me feel better that it's either being understood when I'm speculating opinions or when I'm actually talking about something that I might know a little bit about. Like, oh, education, yes, let's do learn computer science. And then, first off, my free Python tutorial. Love this thing. It's not like the best. I could have probably written it a little better, and I keep like get that imposter syndrome. Like I want to go back and rewrite it, but free Python programming or yeah, programming tutorial. We'll just call it programming because it could be called coding or whatever. I mean, it's all the same thing. Tutorial. And believe it or not, I have it memorized. It's actually pretty simple. You can even capitalize, it doesn't matter. Code in game. And this is a resource, and I like to capitalize this one. That's what it's called is camel case in programming, but code in game. And it doesn't matter, it's case insensitive for URLs. Codingame.com slash, they call them playgrounds. Because they're essentially little sandboxes, Docker's like containers, playgrounds. Let's see, codinggame.com slash playgrounds. And that dash, whoops, is not in there. So playgrounds slash 64843. And in fact, let's go ahead and write it a different way, just so in case people don't see it. So codinggame.com slash, you could do playgrounds. And then, so I'm just putting a space so you can see it all together. Dang it. I want to be able to actually have spell checker on this. Playgrounds. Playgrounds, plural. Slash 64843. My free Java tutorial. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up, but it's actually easy to do. And this will be a good test. I'll do it from my. Oh man, what's going on? Oh jeez. Okay. So if we go to a browser, and so you could go into any browser and just type coding game, and that's code in game. Like they use the G for both words. It's coding game, but mashed together to like have that G overlap. Uh, let's see. Coding game. Yes, playgrounds slash 64843. And then what you can do is you can click my profile, maybe. Oh, I'm logged in as me. That's why I can't see how many views it has. Okay, actually no. We can test this. So new incognito tab or private browsing for Safari. Code in game. Okay. Oh, can't see it on the phone. Interesting. Oh well, there's suggested playgrounds down low. There's beginner Java concepts, and I'll go ahead and get that. Copy the URL. Under construction. What? Welcome to Beginner Java Concepts, and welcome to the wonderful world of computer science. Oh, wow. So first off, this playground is under construction. That means that I'm still working on a few things, but there is still value in this guide. The main thing I'm working on is adding interactive examples. For now, you can copy the code snippets and run them in your local development environment. It's a good idea to have a local development environment for any coding language you want to be familiar with. I'm also still working on more examples for algorithms and more complex concepts for anyone wanting to get into the tech industry. I recommend checking out my beginner Python concepts playground as well. It's very useful to be able to translate coding concepts into multiple coding languages. Then I go on to say what an integrated development environment is, blah blah blah, and how to install it. I don't have a step by step. Yeah, so you'd have to follow the directions of there. But let's see, so I need to go into something else. There you go. You can go into your email, which is protected with multi-factor. All your email needs to be protected with multi-factor. Anyways, um, let's paste. Nice. Okay, cool. 64844. That is super easy. All right. It makes sense. Like coding game dot com slash 64844. Okay. And we'll do the same thing we did before. Oops. So coding game. Wait, what? Coding game slash playground slash 64844.com. And I also left the .com off of both of those other ones. And you really should put the www and the HTTP, but like at the same time, you should also, if you use Chrome, you can put this into there and it'll know. And you can set the setting. Now assumes that you know how to set the setting to use preferred secure browser, which I think is the default now. So I hope it's that way so you don't actually have to do anything, but it's a good idea to take a look at your security settings on yeah, any email if you use I don't know what Safari and Apple use, but like Apple Mail, I don't know. Anyways, and then Microsoft is Outlook, and that's like one of the most popular ones. But yeah, Google is great. Hotmail used to be a thing when I was up in Buny. There's still a person. Well, anyways, that's kind of doxing, but people still use Hotmail. So, all right, so that's good. So that's the educational projects. Now the cybersecurity projects. Um, uh, preventative blue team. And what blue team is and red team are the two sides of cybersecurity. Blue team is defense, red team is attack. And you study red team if you want to be I studied red team in the boot camp, and I actually studied it back in my undergrad for part of my degree. Like it was one of the electives you could choose. Sorry, like drinking right in the camera or the microphone. But anyways, preventative blue team. This is debating slash discussing political and religious issues. Oh, let's throw an ampersand. I love it because that means and religious issues. The two taboos, like we're doing now. And why is that important? Well, religious. I thought it was ES. Oh well, issues. Because hacktivists are a big problem in cybersecurity. That's one of the threat vectors or the attack groups are hacktivists. They're very annoying. Like they might think that they're doing the righteous cause, especially religious hacktivists, like jihading or holy war, or I mean, which not nearly as dangerous as just war. Like, and it could be said that the church has kind of guided the hand of the government, like through George W. and 9/11 and all that. Like that was some pretty righteous warfare, and like although we didn't say a lot of it, like I mean I don't remember how. Actually, now that I think about it, see, this is I would have to look this up. I mean, all I remember of George Bush was that time he had the mission accomplished banner on that destroyer, that ship. Um, like preventive blue team that, and then YouTube channel. Uh, YouTube channel. That's what I've been working on. This thing, this channel that you're watching now. And I think I am gonna switch to some Dark Souls. It's fun, but it's boring. But anyways, learn computer science. Ah, wait. No, whatever. Because that's also cybersecurity and cybersecurity. Oh. Dot. And cybersecurity. And cybersecurity. All right, I like it because then I start like going in on preventative blue team debating, discussing political and religious issues on social media. There we go. It's prickly. I don't like doing it a lot. In fact, I didn't do it on my Facebook for the longest time, but now I am, and that's what just got me in trouble with YouTube. I got a warning for talking about something, and so she's already causing me a headache. Religious issues on social media. So usually I keep that to X app, which I got like 5,000 followers. Most of them are just like the blue wave. A lot of people trying to vote blue or Democrat. See issues on social media. Let's see, here we go. I don't like to gum it up too much. I mean, it's uncomfortable. And then YouTube channel. Same with this. That's why I want to go to Dark Souls. And we're there. All right, so that's about this episode. We'll slap that. Sorry not to sound like, good riddance. Glad to be done with this. I mean, we've been doing a lot of fun stuff. I mean, I need to go back and mine a bunch more, construct more stuff. But now I'm actually using. In fact, I might do a little off camera and get like, here's the dirt. Because this is just good. Like, I want to do that for all of them. Like, we can even just do it real quick, like just this row. I mean, and then I'm going to have to go ahead and do this to all the other floors. or not. I don't know. I still haven't figured out like because I want to get like into each of the classes like geology. I'm really excited about that one because I want to like start writing down just what I remember from class, and that was the class that I got the highest grade on. But besides that, I was mostly interested in that growing up. I sat in on a geology class with my dad when he was in college, and then oh, that was perfect for that row. And then I learned about the water cycle actually while they were sitting around smoking cigarettes in class. So, and my dad worked at a water treatment plant and like in mines and underground, and he ended up like retiring by death as a foreman in a gold mine. So, anyways, there's this. We got yeah, my education history, my work history, the free projects, and yeah, like we'll even look at that again. You can type that into your URL, your computer, you know, those things right there, like codeandgame.com/playground/64843.com. And then you get me another view to 50,000. Throw it a like if you like it, you know, and throw these videos a like if you like them. Or not, doesn't matter. I mean, I'm more interested in like organizing my thoughts on these things and then doing the actual work of like those tutorials. Like my next one, I'm trying to work on a C++. It's a lot different and it's fun. That's actually the first language I learned on back in high school. We do like the C out and then arrow, arrow, side arrow, side arrow. So, anyways, ta ta for now. I'll see you in the next one.